The United Nations top human rights body has agreed to launch a probe into the human rights situation in North Korea. But whether Pyongyang will let the UN investigators in remains to be seen. Hwang Sung-hee has the details.
The UN Human Rights Council unanimously passed a resolution in Geneva on Thursday that calls for an end to North Korea's alleged human rights violations. The resolution, introduced by Japan and the European Union and backed by the United States, calls for a three-member commission of inquiry to inspect human rights conditions in Pyongyang for a year.
The creation of a COI sends an important message that the global community is paying close attention to the situation in the DPRK, not just on the nuclear front, but also especially on the human rights front.
The 47-member council, which does not include North Korea's key allies, China and Russia, agreed the investigation would help shed some light on one of the world's most secretive regimes. At least 200,000 people are believed to be held in North Korea's political prisons, the scene of constant rapes, torture, executions, and slave labor. But the North Korean representative in Geneva denied the allegations, claiming his people were happy.
The people of DPRK are now happy with pride and honor that they have one of the best systems in the world for promotion and protection of human rights.
Amnesty International urged North Korea to fully cooperate with the upcoming investigation, calling it a positive step towards addressing the dire human rights situation in North Korea. The resolution, coming just 2 weeks after the UN Security Council toughened its sanctions against Pyongyang for its latest nuclear provocation, will pile even more international pressure on the isolated regime. The investigators will report the results of their probe at this year's UN General Assembly and the Council's next meeting in 2014. Hwang Sung-hee, Arirang News.